So today we're going to go ahead and get started installing this chromoly lower radiator support from Motion Raceworks. And first things first, for S&Gs, I went ahead and said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and throw this thing on the scale. It wouldn't really register, so I had to jump on the scale and subtract my weight from the weight of the tubular support. It comes in at like 4.4 pounds, which I don't know what the factory piece weighs. We're going to weigh it, and we're going to see exactly how much weight it's going to save us. So as of right now, we've got the front end on the car tore down. We're going to see here exactly what needs to be either relocated or removed. As you can see here, these are power steering cooler lines, so we're going to figure that out as we go. But it's going to get cut right along here. It's going to go right in that way, and it's going to bolt right on right through there. Comes with all the hardware you need. These are your longer bolts. That's what's going to go through the frame rail. And also it has a mount on there for a front mount intercooler, for a treadstone intercooler, in case, you wanted to throw one of those on there. It's specifically made for that intercooler, the 1035 or the treadstone 1045. So we have all the hardware here. You're going to need a 3/8 drill bit. Now I have the SVE aluminum radiator, so first things first, we're going to go ahead and pull that plug and drain the coolant. We're going to get this radiator and stuff all out of here. Now, one other question was brought up was the brake lines. I actually forgot all about them running along the bottom of the factory piece. So we're going to deal with that when we get there, but most likely I may either end up relocating them altogether or bending them in a different way to where they'll go across maybe the top support. And like I said, this is all uncharted territory. I've never done this, so I'm learning as I go. And this video is probably going to take place over a couple of days because I'm going to actually sit back, think about how I want to do this, what methods I want to use, and also the purpose of it, because I want it to make it to where it's easy to drop the engine onto a roller dolly and the whole drivetrain and be able to safely just wheel it out without having to lift the car a stupid amount of distance, because I don't have much room in here, just like a lot of you guys that do this stuff in a one-car garage either. And let's be realistic, that's what this is all about. We want to sit here and do everything we can on these cars in the allotted space and whatever hand tools or whatever we have. Also, another addition here is I got this really cool trick piece here. This is from On3 Performance, and usually they sell this stuff like with their turbo kits, but that's nothing we're looking into right now. But it comes with the chrome upper radiator hose, and it's a coolant expansion tank delete. So we're going to get rid of this ugly thing right here while we're at it and go ahead and install this thing. It's going to look much nicer. It directly bolts up. It comes with a new water neck filler and everything. It's all billet as well. All right, so we got the radiator out of there. And for those that have always asked about what transmission cooler I've kept in this thing, it's this massive diesel unit I got. It's a true cool unit. It was literally like the biggest thing they had. And now I won't need that anymore because I'm swapping to a 5-speed. But this power steering cooler, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this altogether, and don't be scared. I'm going to most likely run a tube and fin style and mount it right here on the inside of the frame rail. And the sole reason for doing that is we'll still have the cooling for the actual power steering, but also it's going to get it out of the way. And the tube and fin style is probably more of an upgrade for it anyway. I mean, this thing's got like 160,000 miles on it, so it probably could use all the help it could get anyways. And I know someone's going to say it or ask it, well, since you're getting rid of the automatic, why not use this for the power steering cooler? Okay, that'd be a great idea, but for one, it's still in the way, and I just want it completely gone out of the way. But two, it's kind of overkill. You just need something small. I mean, this would be way too much. I think would never even get up to temp. No lies, with this unit right here, even on 100-degree days, this trans never went over like 185. And that is like riding it hard and putting it away wet. I mean, this thing is stellar. I forget what the BTU is on it, but it's literally for a diesel. And for now, I'm just taking the brake lines and pull them out of their little plastic clips down below. So that way I can kind of lift this around and move around. And for those who don't know, I did get this from LMR. It's a ABS delete block, so I don't have ABS anyways. So that further says that I can probably relocate some of these brake lines if needed be. I'm gonna try to bend them up around to where they come up this way and don't interfere with the bottom, but we'll see. All right, so the stock piece has been sawzalled into submission, weighed it, and weighed in at 8 pounds. All right, so now that's cut free, we're starting to fit this on there. It's a little snug going up there, but the trick is you want to get all this flush. So we're gonna have to trim that to make sure that this all sits flush before we actually drill our holes. Use a floor jack in there to kind of keep you stable and support, make sure it's square. And that's really just gonna clean all of this up quite a bit. All right, so we marked our holes, drilled straight through, everything lined up great. And they're on both sides, you can see here. So now, figure out where these here brake lines are gonna run to. We'll be good to go. The installation itself is pretty straightforward as long as you got everything cut clean underneath to the frame and everything squared up, it'll all bolt right in. And here's the driver's side as well. As you can see, everything's in. Everything's good to go there. So now we're on to the next thing. Like I said, we're gonna figure out, try to do with these brake lines. May try to take them and run them along here. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna research a little bit more on that. May actually wind up just completely rerunning them along the firewall. And that's exactly how it should look when it's installed. See how wide open it is? Now I'll be able to completely remove that and this bar here. And if we can get them brake lines figured out, should be able to go ahead and just take everything out, pull it right through. We also saved about 4 pounds, maybe even 5, and open all this up. This transcooler is gonna be going bye-bye, so. There you have it. So now we're gonna go ahead and get tighten everything up, make sure everything lines up good. And we're gonna move on to the next thing. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe.